So how would you feel about a drone arriving with your online shopping? West Northamptonshire Council has just agreed to explore potential sites for drone charging infrastructure. They're working with a Bedfordshire company called AeroGrid, and Leon Emirali is the founder and CEO. He's with me in the studio. Morning.
Morning, Annabelle.
So this is drones delivering parcels to your door.
Correct. It is. So you're likely to have a drone turn up at your house. It will hover above your house and it will drop a sort of piece of string, if you like, with your parcel attached to it. It will drop it at your door and it will fly off. And it's very much going to change the way that we receive parcels, the way that we receive goods of all sorts. And my company, AeroGrid, is building the infrastructure, the charging infrastructure, to make that happen and make that a reality.
Because the issue is at the moment, because drones do deliver stuff already, but they're, I suppose, a bit like electric cars. Their battery life isn't long, so that's what you're trying to put in.
Correct. So drones have a physics problem, and that is that they need to be light to fly, which means they have small batteries, which means limited range. And our mission, if you like, is to extend that range so that they're able to fly way beyond just the average of 9 miles, which is the average amount or the best amount, to be honest, that a drone can fly is 9 miles. So far, but not terribly far. And we want to open up the potential of drones with this charging network, and we're hopeful we can do that here in West Northamptonshire.
And your journey to this point is quite interesting, because it actually started in Westminster, yeah?
Yeah, it did. So I used to work in Westminster as an aide to an MP, to a cabinet minister, and we were looking at the time, the government was looking at how can they deliver the COVID vaccine, and they looked at to places like the Orkney Isles, for example, where it's very remote, not much of a road network, and they looked at electric drones, but it didn't work because they wouldn't fly long enough. So I thought, well, there's clearly a problem here that needs to be fixed, and ever since I've had this in the back of my mind, and last year sort of took the plunge, started the business, and here we are today.
So the charging points themselves, the drone will kind of remotely get to the charging point, they'll go on charge, and then they'll be able to go off and deliver again?
Correct. So it'll be entirely autonomous. It will all be done by artificial intelligence, where the drones will have their path mapped, and they will make their own way there, and they will know where our charging infrastructure is. So if they need to stop off and refuel, as it were, or recharge, as it were, then they can do that and continue their journey on their way. So it's a really exciting part of the ecosystem of delivery that's going to change a lot.
Wow. Can I ask then about the I suppose how you prevent damage? For example, if you're delivering, I don't know, a tea set that's made of china, how does a drone drop that and it not break?
Well, it goes back to the sort of idea of it being a pulley on a pulley system. So it won't just simply drop it from a great height. It will lower slowly and place it slowly at your front doorstep. I'm not sure necessarily that I'll be ordering bone china and want that delivered from a drone. But
probably wasn't my best example.
No, but you're quite right. I mean, certainly there are a number of goods that maybe fragile goods perhaps aren't quite right for this yet. But it is going to develop over time, and we're seeing drone technology develop massively. But I think in particular this region is important as a space for it, because of the logistics business here, the amount of companies that are investing here in terms of fulfillment centres.
Because we've got so many warehouses.
Warehouses, and there's a lot of investment here. So I think it's going to be a real hub potentially for this new technology that's going to revolutionise the way we receive goods.
Okay, I'm going to change my example from a china tea set to a pizza.
Yes.
So you kind of food is an option, is it? Like, Deliveroo and Uber Eats and all these things.
Definitely. And the nice thing about getting that delivered by a drone is it'll still be warm, because it doesn't have to go on the road and get caught in a traffic jam and all the issues that tends to happen with road traffic. So it will come to you much quicker, and that's hopefully going to be, you'll be getting your pizzas via drone in not that many years.
This is the kind of thing, if our grandparents listen to this and you're going to get, a margarita delivered by a flying object. I mean, it's the stuff of Back to the Future, isn't it?
It is.
How interesting. And we should say also, West Northamptonshire Council kind of have shown an interest in this. We're quite ahead of the curve, because there's not many who've done that.
No, absolutely. So West Northamptonshire are the first local authority to sign up with us to say, come and have a look at our properties, our rooftops, our fields, our lamp posts even. Come and have a look at whether or not this would be suitable to place charging infrastructure. And I think it's really a good step in the right direction, and I'm glad the council have partnered with us on that.
Wow. Leon, it's really nice to meet you.
Thanks
for coming in. We shall speak again.